November 8, 1986. A Scottish manager takes charge of Manchester United for the first time. They lose 2-0 to Oxford United. The fans are furious, the press are skeptical, and nobody could predict that this humiliating debut would spark the greatest dynasty in British football history. But here's the twist that changes everything. That loss wasn't a failure. It was a warning to everyone who doubted him. Subscribe to Cyberboot right now, because what I'm about to reveal will show you how one man built an empire from the ashes. Let's go. Welcome back to Cyberboot, where we dissect the moments that shaped football history. 39 years ago today, November 8, 1986, Sir Alex Ferguson made his Manchester United debut, and he lost 2-0 to Oxford United, a team most people barely remember today. But that defeat? It was the beginning of something legendary. 26 years, 38 major trophies, 13 Premier League titles, 2 Champions Leagues, the Treble, the class of '92. And oh yeah, he discovered and created a certain Cristiano Ronaldo. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how Ferguson transformed a struggling club into a global powerhouse. And I want you to answer this in the comments. Who's the greatest football manager of all time? Ferguson, Guardiola, or someone else? Let's dive in. November 8, 1986. Old Trafford wasn't the theater of dreams yet. It was more like a theater of broken promises. Manchester United were struggling. They hadn't won the league title in 19 years. 19. The club was drifting. Players were underperforming. The dressing room was toxic. Drinking culture, lack of discipline, no winning mentality. The board brought in Alex Ferguson from Aberdeen, where he'd done the impossible, breaking the old firm dominance in Scotland and winning a European trophy. But England? That was a different beast entirely. His first match, Oxford United away. November 8, 1986, United lose 2-0. The performance shambolic, the fans angry, the press already questioning whether this Scottish manager was out of his depth. And here's the thing, most managers would have been sacked within 2 years. Ferguson came perilously close multiple times. In 1989, United were hovering near the relegation zone. There were protests, calls for his head. The pressure was suffocating. But the board, credit to them, gave Ferguson time, something almost unthinkable in modern football. And then came the turning point. FA Cup, Manchester United versus Crystal Palace in the final. After a replay, United win, Ferguson's first major trophy. That FA Cup saved his job, and it ignited something unstoppable. But here's the twist nobody talks about. Ferguson didn't just want trophies, he wanted to build a dynasty. And to do that, he needed to tear everything down and rebuild from scratch. The drinking culture? Gone. The underperforming players? Sold. The lack of discipline? Obliterated. He brought in a ruthless winning mentality. If you weren't willing to give everything for the shirt, you were out. It didn't matter who you were. 1992. The Premier League is born, and Alex Ferguson is ready. He'd already laid the foundations, signed key players, cleared out the deadwood. But his masterstroke? Youth development. The class of '92, David Beckham, Ryan Giggs, Paul Scholes, Nicky Butt, Gary Neville, Phil Neville, all homegrown, all hungry, all winners. Ferguson famously said, "You can't win anything with kids." Wait, no, that was Alan Hansen on Match of the Day, doubting Ferguson's young team. And what happened? United won the double that season, Premier League and FA Cup. Ferguson proved everyone wrong. Again. United win their first league title in 26 years, the drought is over. But Ferguson wasn't satisfied. He wanted more. Double, Premier League and FA Cup. Double again, Premier League and FA Cup. And then came the season that defined his legacy. The treble, Premier League, FA Cup, Champions League. 3 major trophies in one season, something no English club had ever done before. The Champions League final, Manchester United 2, Bayern Munich 1. But here's the insane part. United were losing 1-0 until the 91st minute. Injury time, 2 goals in 2 minutes. Teddy Sheringham, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Boom. European champions. Ferguson had done it. The kid who lost 2-0 to Oxford United had conquered Europe. But wait, there's more. Because Ferguson didn't just build one great team. He built multiple great teams across 3 decades. When the class of '92 aged, he rebuilt. Brought in Cristiano Ronaldo, Wayne Rooney, Rio Ferdinand, Nemanja Vidic, Patrice Evra. Champions League winners again, beating Chelsea on penalties in Moscow. Ronaldo at his absolute peak under Ferguson's guidance. And here's my first question for you. Which Ferguson team was the greatest? The treble winners of '99, the Ronaldo-Rooney team of 2008, or the final title-winning squad of 2013? Drop your answer in the comments. Let's talk about the insane numbers, because Ferguson's legacy isn't just about memories, it's about dominance. 38 major trophies, 38 in 26 years, 13 Premier League titles, a record. No other manager has more than 3. Ferguson has 13. 5 FA Cups, 4 League Cups, 10 Community Shields, 2 Champions Leagues, 1 Cup Winners' Cup, 1 UEFA Super Cup, 1 Intercontinental Cup, 1 FIFA Club World Cup. But here's what those numbers don't show: the consistency. Ferguson won titles in the 90s, 2000s, and 2010s, 3 different decades. He outlasted generations of rivals: Arsène Wenger, Jose Mourinho, Kenny Dalglish, Rafa Benitez, Roberto Mancini. They all came, challenged, and eventually fell away. Ferguson remained. And it wasn't just about buying superstars. Yes, he signed world-class players, but he also developed them. Ronaldo arrived as a tricky winger with too many stepovers. Ferguson molded him into a goal machine. The greatest player in Manchester United's history, Beckham, Giggs, Scholes, Rooney, all became legends under Ferguson. But here's the deeper story. Ferguson created a culture, a mentality. Fergie time. Those late goals United always seemed to score. That wasn't luck, that was belief. A refusal to accept defeat. A certainty that United would find a way to win. Opponents feared Old Trafford. They feared Ferguson's mind games, his psychological warfare, his ability to extract performances from players when it mattered most. He was more than a manager. He was a force of nature. But if there's one thing that defines Ferguson's genius, it's this: Cristiano Ronaldo. Manchester United signed an 18-year-old Portuguese kid from Sporting Lisbon. Raw talent, flashy, but undisciplined. Ferguson saw something. He saw potential. And he molded Ronaldo into the most complete forward in football. Under Ferguson, Ronaldo won 3 Premier League titles, 1 Champions League, a Ballon d'Or. He became unstoppable. And when Ronaldo left for Real Madrid in 2009, Ferguson had already created the blueprint for greatness. Ronaldo's 140 Champions League goals? That mentality started at Manchester United under Ferguson. That's Ferguson's legacy. He didn't just win trophies, he created winners. So here's my second question for you. Was Cristiano Ronaldo's success because of Ferguson's management, or would he have become a legend regardless? Honest opinions in the comments. Let's debate. 39 years ago today, Alex Ferguson lost his first match as Manchester United manager. 2-0 to Oxford United. The fans doubted him. The press questioned him. But he went on to build the greatest dynasty British football has ever seen. 38 trophies, 13 league titles, the treble, the class of '92, Cristiano Ronaldo. A legacy that will never be matched. Now here's what I need from you. Hit that subscribe button on Cyberboot and turn on notifications. We're breaking down the greatest managers, players, and moments in football history. Drop a comment answering this. Who's the greatest manager ever? Ferguson, Guardiola, Mourinho, Ancelotti? I want your take. Tell me which Ferguson team was the best. The '99 treble winners? The 2008 Champions League side? The 2013 title winners? Let's settle this. This is Cyberboot. We're building a community of real football fans who appreciate the stories behind the trophies. Subscribe, comment, and let's keep this going. Next video, another legendary moment in football history. You won't want to miss it. Until then, remember, Greatness isn't built overnight. It's built one match, one decision, one trophy at a time. Just like Ferguson did.